Baldwin for a reason. So there's a couple of things going on right now. So right now, like the main thing is dirty. So the control is not bad. I thought the control was bad, but I'm just looking at the circuit, and I've noticed that the circuit, there's something just breaking the circuit. So there's a spill switch and a rollout switch. It's shut off on the rollout switch. Now we want to check if it's really that dirty, because that's showing me, I can see how filthy this is. You see this? Mm-hmm. If the rollout switch is shutting off.
It's Louie the Boiler Man, and I am your Boiler Man. Wepa! I'm the Boiler Man, that's what I am. And I'm here to fix whatever I can. If you're getting cold and you're feeling blue, call New Your Boiler and I'll be there for you. I wanna hear Louie, 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 Lou. Wepa!
Estoy sudando toda la gente, solo llama a Louie, ya llegó el aire. Esa casa está caliente, estoy sudando toda la gente, solo llama a Louie, ya llegó el aire. Louie, 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 Lou, Louie, 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 Lou. Oh, I'm the Boiler Man, oh, I'm the Boiler Man. Louie, 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 Lou. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero. New York Boiler en general va a poner tu casa a enfriar. Cuando hace calor afuera, el aire no vas a parar. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero.
So the control is not bad. I thought the control was bad, but I'm just looking at the circuit, and I've noticed that the circuit, there's something just breaking the circuit. So there's a spill switch and a rollout switch. It's shut off on the rollout switch. Now we want to check if it's really that dirty, because that's showing me, I can see how filthy this is. You see this? Mm-hmm. If the rollout switch is shutting off, then it's telling me the actual fire is rolling out. Let's see the condition of it. I've taken a picture. Mi abuelo no tiene nada con lo que está pasando. No. Hoy voy a prender.
Y Laura no ha pasado los tiempos.
¿Encendió?
Yeah. But it's dirty. It needs to get clean. It was off on the actual, what we call the rollout switch, which is right over here. And it's shut. See? Just touched it. It's not shut on right now.
How come it shut off? It shuts off on its own?
It shut off because there's a problem. It's just dirty. It's you, and to your eyes, it doesn't look clean. It doesn't look that dirty. It is dirty. Look at all this. This is dirty. The burners, it's just like a little pee-pee hole. It's just very small. It doesn't take much to get clogged up. Then you got, what is all of this? There's all dust and lint. What they have behind you? The dryer. And they never clean it, because I know they never clean it. They normally can only tell me that they clean it when I can tell it hasn't been cleaned. And this right here also is a mixture of sheetrock dust. You see all of this? This is all brand new. So what did that tell you? That tell you that they did the sheetrock, they have the dryer, but nobody ever thinks about the boiler. Nobody ever thinks about cleaning. Nobody ever puts mind or say, you know what? You know, something may happen if I close this up and I put air in the room. Everybody just think, I just fucking put a door, put a wall, call it a day, and not understanding how things operate. So it's shutting off because it's filthy. That's where we start. Right here, I have my hand back. I can feel the temperature get hotter and hotter. So this right here is there to protect you. It's called a rollout switch, because if this heat exchanger inside the boiler is plugged up, you're gonna have something called a rollout, an actual fire rolling out, and that's what shuts that thing off. So it's telling you there's something wrong. Call a professional. Call Louie the Boiler Man and get this shit done right now. Wepa. Change the pressure reducing valve. That's a recommendation, because just looking at it and the corrosion around it, and also water corrodes the internals inside the actual valve. Remember, all this valve was a spring-loaded valve. Throughout the course of time, with water, minerals, calcium, it's just gonna ruin the integrity of the actual valve. It's a mechanical valve, so I would definitely ask her. Well, I'm gonna ask her. I would recommend. Take that back. I would recommend to replace it if it fits in the budget. But the cleaning is hands down. First things first. That needs to get done. You know, it's a little hotter than usual, not excessive, but you gotta get it clean. All right, which is what you said. They'll get some heat for tonight, but they gotta get it clean. All right. Baldwin for a reason. So there's a couple of things going on right now. So right now, like the main thing is dirty. You guys just finished doing this daycare recently?
Last year.
Yeah. So the reason why I say that is because the boiler needs to be clean. Look at this. Look, I'm gonna just do one thing. I know it's filthy, and the reason why it's filthy is for two reasons. One, you did the basement, and there's all sheetrock dust. And the combination, you have the other thing, which is the dryer. So you have lint, a lot of lint here, and just a lot of sheetrock dust. And the burners are just very, very, very small, and they get clogged up and overheats. And there's something called a rollout switch, which is right over here, which shuts off disconnects the circuits and basically shutting the boiler down to let you know there's a problem. And that's the reason why you're having this issue right now. In addition to that, that's just for the boiler to turn on. But the problem is also you have a water leak. You see the water leak here?
Yeah, I noticed that.
So you have a bad drain, you have a bad relief valve, but you also have a bad expansion tank. And the expansion tank is the cause, what's causing this to start leaking, your relief valve. And you know, so you have to change the expansion tank, the relief valve, and the drain. The drain cock is just bad. Also, over here, notice that, I want to show you, hold on. You see all this corrosion? This used to leak at one point, but it started to do the same thing again. You need to replace this as well. And this over here, this is the feed valve. You want to replace that because this all works. This feeds water to the boiler. This takes place for expansion when you're heating water. And this is a relief valve. It's relieving pressure when the pressure is too high. So they all work in combination with each other. So it's not just one thing. The one thing that shut off the boiler is the rollout switch because it's filthy. But the other issues like the leaks, those are mechanical issues you got to address. They're going to get worse, and they have been leaking for a while, and it's gotten worse. But now it's just going to keep leaking. As you're heating up water, it's going to get worse and worse. So I would recommend to replace that. But the boiler has to be clean. I cannot do it tonight. I can do it tomorrow morning.
Okay, and how much all of that is gonna cost?
So the cleaning is $600, and to replace the feed valve, the expansion tank, the bleeder, the drain cock, and the relief valve, you're looking at $1,200, and you have 1 year warranty on it.
So it'll be $1,200 in total for everything?
No, $1,200 to do the plumbing repairs, and $60 to do the cleaning.
Okay.
So you're looking at $1,800.
So for now, I'm gonna just do the cleaning for now, and then
Okay.
I'll get back to you with the.
All right, no, I just figured I'd let you know, because if you want me to do it, that'll be the time to do it. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But it's gonna keep leaking. It's gonna get worse if you don't address it. But that's up to you.
Everybody take care of it. Yeah, so I'll just do the cleaning. Well, you say you can't do the cleaning tonight.
Tonight, it has to be tomorrow morning.
Okay, no problem. Tomorrow morning, that's fine.
Tomorrow morning, okay? But everything is good so far. I mean, it made temperature very quick, which you can see right here. So it's about 170. So, and right now I don't think you have the thermostats on because it's chilly, but it's not really that cold out. So
yeah, I turned all of them off. I just kept one on. Just for testing purposes.
But you're good. Everything is good to go, exception for that. So what I'll do is I'll write up an invoice when I get how much it is and the recommendations to get that done, and then the cleaning we'll do tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
All right. I write in the contract as well, but I definitely recommend we have something called a maintenance contract. But those will cover the maintenance and the repairs. I think that's something that you want to move forward. So like when something like this happens, it covers the cleaning moving forward, it covers the repairs moving forward, the diagnostic fees. So you pay once a month, and in the future, you can't do it today this time because there's pre-existing conditions. But moving forward, if something happens again, you're covered. That's up to you. I just figure.
How much is that monthly?
You're looking at $100 a month if you have air conditioning. So you have one boiler, one air conditioner, and one hot water here. You're looking at $150 a month. But what you're paying for is a membership, but also takes care of everything you need to get taken care of. I know you just changed the water heater. I just see you just replaced it, but it would cover both because the water heater is one item, the boiler is another one. If you have air conditioning, it covers your air conditioning as well.
Oh, okay. No, I don't have AC in there, so.
Well, I didn't know, but I figured I mentioned that. But yeah, but it makes sense because it's just reinsurance. That something something happens in the future, you don't got to cough up all this money out of pocket.
Okay, no problem.
All right, but I'll be here tomorrow morning. What time works for you? Around 8:39?
Any time is fine. You know, I'm home in the morning, so.
Okay, oh, perfect. So I get to meet you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bobby. Yeah, I'm not going to collect anything today because you decided to move forward, so we'll deal with it tomorrow morning.
I appreciate it, sir.
All right, Bobby. Have a good night, man. I had a quick question. How did you find me, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I just Googled you, man. You know. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna call you to do the water heater, but I have a handyman who I normally call, but he didn't answer me today, so that's how I ended up calling you guys.
You just said it. He's a handyman. He's not a professional. I'm not knocking him, but you know what? But I get it. Something got to do what you got to do. But listen, I live in the neighborhood. I'm here, and whenever you need anything, plumbing, heating, air conditioning related, and now DPTV, because I do actually marketing as well. I'm here to help you because I see you got a daycare center, so I can definitely help you out with that too.
No problem, sir. And I do cameras too, so if you
Oh man, you're a jack of all trades like me, my man. I like that. At least you got to keep busy. I won't take any more of your time. I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll take it from there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Have a good night, man.
You too, man. Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right, mi gente, guys. It's called Troubleshooting 101 with Louie the Baldwin. And guys, I came over here. There's no heat. Hot water is separate, so we're only talking about the heat. I come over here. It's a Kenmore. It's an old boiler. However, they have an old hydro level control. They're not a common control. But the point is, you got to learn how to troubleshoot and know the sequence of operation. I bypassed the thermostat. I just bypassed it right here. It's supposed to turn on, and sure enough, it doesn't turn on. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So at first, it was giving me that direction there was a bad board, but I want to confirm that. But also know that when you're dealing with gas, everything's about safety. So you got a rollout switch and you got a spill switch. A rollout switch is to prevent. It's basically there to protect you, not to prevent, to protect you in case there was a problem with this damper, if it's in the closed position, or there's something wrong with the actual chimney, or there's some sort of a block is not venting. So what happens is a rollout spill switch. All it is, it senses temperature, and the temperature gets hot and hotter, which is right here on the bottom of this area right here, which is basically the bottom of the smoke hood, because this is where the exhaust goes up and goes to the chimney. So that will take care on the venting side or the exhaust side. Now you have another one called a rollout switch. Rollout switch is there just in case. Same concept, reads temperature, and if it gets excessive, guess what? It cuts off or disconnects the power. Kind of like a reset switch or a reset in your electrical panel box, right? There's a dead short, pops the breaker, same shit. Only difference is this reads temperature. So if there's a rollout, it's because something is clogged up exactly, not necessarily exactly in the boiler, but somewhere along the heat exchanger, there's a plug. It could be carbonization, it could be plugged up, it could be a dead bird, because it has happened to me, a dead bird, believe it or not, it has happened. Not so many times, but a dead bird or dead geese, and they get into the actual chimney, into the exhaust pipe, into the boiler, they're trying to find a way out, and they can't, and they die, and they create a blockage or no structure. So it actually creates an actual flame rolling out. So what happens is, the rollout switch is doing its job. Is sensing excess of heat, is rolling out, is beyond the temperature it's supposed to be, or beyond the temperature that it's designed for, and also because of safety reason, it says, listen, there's something going on, disconnect the power, shut the boiler down, call the Louie the Boilerman, or call your local professional. And that's exactly what happened. But you got to troubleshoot, because if I didn't take the extra step, I would think it's a bad control. I would go buy the control, get the control, waste my time getting on that time. I could have just done it before, but I would take the extra step to figure out what the real cause of the problem is. But if I didn't take that extra step, I would have to go through that process. And guess what? By putting that control, I will have the same problem, same symptom. I'm gonna say, oh shit, damn, I misdiagnosed because I made a mistake. I didn't take the extra step. And also the customer's pissed off because not only does he have no heat, but he spent extra money he don't have to, and you don't want to do that. You want to do the right thing. So I checked and I figured out it's actually guess what? The rollout switch. Oh, that's somebody else calling, but they can wait. So that's why you want to take the extra step. That's why it's important to know and understand the sequence of operation, and that's how you troubleshoot. So I figured out that the actual rollout switch is what's bad. And now I look further in to what's going on. The boiler is dirty. It's safe to say that it's dirty because there's lint, there's dust, there's sheetrock dust all over here, and the orifice from the actual burner is small. So little small, like a pee-pee hole, even smaller than a pee-pee hole. So it's small. So I'm trying to say is, guys, you know, pay attention to your surroundings. Notice that here's this brand new daycare, and they just finished doing a renovation. Guess what? They sanding. What do you get? Sheetrock dust. That's also a contributor to what's going on here, and that's a problem. So guys, whatever you're doing, any type of renovations, think about the air conditioning system, think about the HVAC system, think about the boiler. You want to make sure it's clean or clean it right after, because believe it or not, the dust does affect the operation of the boiler or the HVAC system. So guys, I won't take any more of your time. I'm glad you're watching the video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, call Louie the Boiler Man. We're 516-377-5200. Guys, listen, you need a plumber, you need the guns, baby, you need the HVAC Papi, you know who to call. Guys, summer is right around the corner. It's HVAC season, meaning you need air conditioning, keeping you cool all summer long. Now's the time to do your maintenance. And who are you gonna call? That's right, you're looking at him. Let's go, baby. Wepa!
Louie, 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 Lou. Wepa! Esa casa está caliente, estoy sudando toda la gente. Solo llama a Louie, ¡guau! Ya llegó el aire. Esa casa está caliente, estoy sudando toda la gente. Solo llama a Louie, ¡guau! Ya llegó el aire. Louie, 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 Lou. Louie, 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 Lou. Oh, I'm the boiler man. Oh, I'm the boiler man. Louie, 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 Lou. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero. New York Boiler en general va a poner tu casa a enfriar. Cuando hace calor afuera, el aire no va a parar. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero. Fuego, fuego, llama a New York Caldero.
It's Louie the Boiler Man, your HVAC Papi, straight from New York Boiler and Air Conditioning Repair. If you're feeling hot this summer, New York Boiler keep you cool all summer long. Wepa!
Louie, 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 Lou. Louie, 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 Lou. Oh, I'm the boiler man. Oh, I'm the boiler man. Louie, 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 Lou. Wepa! Esa casa está caliente, estoy sudando toda la gente. Solo llama a Louie, ¡guau! Ya llegó el aire. Esa casa está caliente.
Mi gente, it's a wrap. How do you like that, guys? How do you like this video? Tell me, leave a comment below, because I want to see what you guys think. Any visuals? Tell me what you guys think. If you guys would have done anything a little different, because guys, we just finished wrapping up cleaning this gas hot water boiler. Oh, somebody's calling. Hello? Yeah, this is Louie the Boiler Man. You need heat? I'm gonna bring you the heat, baby. That's right. Who you gonna call? You call Louie the Boiler Man from where? 516-377-5200. Hey, guys, again, smash that bell button, leave a comment below. Until next time, wepa! Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.
New York Boiler and